Jen being so domestic.
You know, I'm not really domestic at all. And I try to be. I like to watch a lot of Food Network. And,
Yeah, you do watch a lot of Food Network.
I like to cook. But it's too much work. But we're going to try.
Today we're going to make my chocolate chip cookies. Yum.
2 eggs, sweet cream butter, unsalted.
It's like butter.
I'm really not a baker or chef per se. So, but I have help today. No help for you. Okay.
No help for you.
So I'm going to do the best I can with this recipe, and we'll see how they turn out. If they're edible, we'll let you know.
For a single recipe, I start with 2 sticks of unsalted butter that I microwave for 20 so seconds, depending on your microwave, to soften.
You know how to soften butter? It's called a microwave. Pan to microwave.
Microwave.
Okay. So 2 sticks of butter goes right here.
Place the 2 sticks of softened butter and 1 cup of sugar and 1 cup of brown sugar in a large mixing bowl. I just like to leave my mixer running and whipping it. I don't know why. I think it just all started by doing something else and forgetting about it, but it makes the cookies really good. Then I have 2 full eggs that I'm going to add to this. And I like to do them in a separate glass because I can't tell you how many times I've cracked them on the side here and the whole darn egg shells have gone in there. I'm going to add those 2 eggs. I'm going to whip it some more.
Good job. That's good. Wow. Oh. That's good?
And I scrape down my bowl a little bit with a spatula. So I stop it for a second, scrape it down, and then I go back at it. And I just gotta let this run for a second while I go and sift my dry ingredients. My sifter, and I like this old-fashioned kind of crank. I have 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm going to put a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of baking soda. And then I'm going to crank the sifter. That's why I like this one. The other one, it's so hard and it's kind of old-fashioned. Makes me feel like I'm, mom in the kitchen or something. Which, flour always goes flying. I'm not the tidiest little baker, but I slowly add this flour. And I let that mix. And like I did before, I get my spatula and I take a second and I scrape down the bowl to make sure I get all those ingredients mixed up. Go a little overboard. I put 2 whole cups of chocolate chips, semi-sweet, and I kind of crank it up for a minute and really get it mixed.
Key component to any chocolate chip cookie.
The chocolate chip.
Today we're going with Nestle milk chocolate morsels, and we're going to do the very best. Do you really need to measure chocolate chips to go into a chocolate chip cookie?
I don't know.
I say no.
Jen! Chocolate bars.
I need to test these out before. I think they're okay.
Yeah. Good.
It's okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, the bear's an okay.
Oh.
Reminds you of your youth, growing up.
Yeah.
You know, my grandma used to make cookies with me, and my mom, you know, and I did not get any of their talents in the cooking department, as you can tell.
Did you watch all those cooking shows?
I do watch a lot of cooking shows, and I do enjoy cooking shows.
But you think Mary Beth should get a cooking show?
I think Mary Beth should have a cooking show on the Food Network, so I'm going to plug that right now. We're going to go and try to see if we can get her on a cooking show. Because not many people on the Food Network have gotten me to actually want to try to cook or bake. But, yeah, she inspires. Alright. So, that's the hard part. Next part, we're on to the cookie sheet.
On to the cookie sheet.
I like to use 2 giant tablespoons and just drop my dough on my parchment-lined cookie sheet. And I do 3 across and 4 down. I like to prepare 2 sheets full and have 2 sheets ready to go while the other ones are in the oven. And if I'm doing a double batch, I got 4 in the oven and 4 waiting to go. And that way, it goes so fast. You put these in the oven at 375 for 10 minutes, and you pull them out, you get them on the rack, and you pop in another set. And you can make a lot of cookies in, 45 minutes, an hour. So
Natalie's a little bit better at this than I am. She makes some nice symmetrical cookies. Some good looking dough. Give me some dough.
So I put them both in the oven, middle and upwards, 375 for 10 minutes. I want them to be flat and golden brown, but browner than that even.
Pop these in. Pop these bad boys in. And in 10 minutes, we'll have some cookies.
Then all you have left is to put them in a sweet little jar. I'll tell you, your family will gobble these up. If they last one day, you'll be lucky. This is my husband's favorite cookie jar. But I'll tell you something. One of my favorite things to do is to put a bunch of these in a Ziploc plastic bag and put them in my freezer. They are so much better frozen because then the cookie's not frozen, but the chocolate is, and they're delicious. So good luck, and I hope you like my little recipe.
My cookies are done.
All cookies made. Lovely cookies.
Lovely.
Turned out. So here we are. We got our cookies all made. We're going to put them in our Ziploc bag. They're turned out perfect and so good. Nice, thin, crispy on the outside. We're going to put them in our Ziploc bag, throw them in the freezer, and through this holiday weekend we'll have cookies to celebrate with. So thanks, Mary Beth, for the recipe. We enjoyed it. Have a good time. Bye.